Yeah, we are live, I guess.
I guess, finally.
We're on episode 106 here. Took 106 of these before we finally met.
Yeah.
That's random.
Yeah, it took quite a bit, man. It took quite a bit, dude.
Yeah, I almost, like, your setup is so much different than mine. Like, I almost don't even, like, think we're live. Like, are we really live right now?
Are we really live right now? Is this real life right now?
It's like we got, like, a webcam here and, like...
Yeah. Well, I could capture people in 4K, which I could, but yeah.
We shall get that done.
Yeah. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie and Miguel live in studio.
Yep.
Beautiful, man.
Finally.
Sheesh.
Got some nice Celsius brewing.
There we go, man.
I guess you gotta get that sponsorship locked in.
What is going on, you guys? Hit the like button.
I do kind of feel like it's back to two dudes, one mic, just a couple different dudes. But no, it does remind me of the beginning days of the Tokyo Crypto Show, except for like 4 times more space.
Well, was it more cramped than that?
Well, it was like probably like if you were to like maybe take about like 3 feet from that wall off this way.
Really? Damn.
But like yeah, just the wall looks kind of same.
Yeah.
Same color. It's funny shit.
Yeah. Tab 2 with like, what's his black magic futtery and stuff? Who am I donating to, Charlie or Miguel?
Well, yeah, I think this is the first time we got MOONGANG streaming on both channels. So,
oh, right, yeah.
He better go do a $20 super chat on both channels. You know?
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Man, yeah.
I mean, I'm still jet lagged. I feel like, what do you call it? I'm just kind of like, I don't know, somebody spun me around just like, you know.
I mean, like you basically, I mean, it's a crazy amount of hours you flew and shit. What was it like?
Like
16?
Well, that was just to get there because I went to Minnesota first, right? So I had to, there used to be a direct flight every single day from Haneda to Minneapolis, but not anymore, I guess. So I had to go to Detroit first, and then I went to Minnesota. So that was probably 16 hours.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing. I think I was like kind of shitting on you earlier. I was like, you flew to Detroit?
Yeah. I protected this last, you know, Detroit. I was like, you know.
I literally told him when he probably called me when he got in Detroit. I was like, bro, don't leave the terminal.
Nice airport though.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then stayed in Minnesota a couple days, then came down here. But yeah, the flight down here was like 3.5 hours. It was still a good.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, usually when we fly from like Vegas or California, it's like 6 hours.
Yeah. To
get to Miami.
We got to get around the Rockies. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So shout out you guys, Brent, the show, man, live in studio, man.
Yeah, these chairs are all like we're all like tilted back. I'm like I want to sit up too. It's like feel like we're just like laying down the stream. Hey,
hey, what's going on? Just keep laying.
Just like, hey, just chill, you know.
Yeah, you're right, man. This is a certified hood classic. Tap 2, woo! Double MOONGANG all the way, man. Hey, yeah, we appreciate it.
We're pretty much gonna have a lot more in person streams. I'm pretty sure.
So, okay, let's answer one quick question. Like, why aren't we in the nice studio? Well, because Charlie wasn't sure on the date, basically.
Well, I think I booked my ticket yesterday.
Right.
And came yesterday. So, but yeah, no, just figured, you know, gotta start from those humble beginnings as well.
Right. Miguel and Charlie met in person in a backwater studio somewhere in the outskirts.
In the outskirts of the United States.
Right.
On the border of Tijuana.
On the border of Tijuana, right? Yeah. Too much alpha in one room. I sense a disturbance in the force. No, I mean, it's kind of great. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Oh no, you're gonna say something for a second. No, I ain't saying it.
I was just gonna say, like, dude, I haven't really looked at the charts in like 3 or 4 days.
Right.
I feel like something's wrong. Like I sense a disturbance in the force. So.
Right. I mean, and we were joking around that, like, Charlie. No, actually, before we started, Charlie was like, "Yo, I haven't seen the charts in a couple days, and like this shit happens."
Yeah, right. Like I was step away from crypto for like 3 days, and then like shit starts going down between like the largest entities in crypto. Sounds right. Right. Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty funny actually. $5 super chat, Charlie. I just thought you should know that some Brit's taking over your channel.
Yeah, the views are way down. Jesus, like,
Mike, goddamn it.
I'm just gonna have to ask somebody when I get back, but I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, I watched the first episode from the plane or whatever. Got Wi-Fi in there, so I was watching Mike on the plane, and I was like, "Yeah, I got better things to do." All right, dude. No,
Mike crying somewhere, crying in British.
No, he did well though. It was a good show. So yeah, really good. He has really good information, Mike.
Oh yeah, dude, Mike's a G, bro, for real. Yeah, his on-chain analytics stuff is really good. I suppose that I've learned this because I was talking to a British couple. So like this happened, what was it, 2 months ago, right? Me and a couple Hexagons just randomly met this couple who was going to get married in Vegas.
Yeah.
And they just told us basically, if you want to make a British person cry, you just spilled baked beans on the floor.
Oh man. Got to get that bangers and mash all over the walls.
Yeah.
No, man, travesty.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we're working logistics out, guys, right now. So we might be streaming here in the other studio and stuff, and kind of playing around with stuff. But
I mean, like I think I got like 2 suitcases right now. So
yeah. I thought you would pack more, honestly. Like I thought you were coming in with like 5 suitcases, because like bro, I thought like
hassle it is to travel with 2 suitcases.
Oh, I know. I travel like a woman, dude. I got like a suitcase, like half shoes and stuff.
Yeah. Well, like, I left a good chunk in storage in Tokyo, and then take the rest back here, and just gotta buy some shit.
Yeah.
But no, it'd be fun to stream kind of from a few different places. I think somebody was saying we should stream from the strip, and Asher was like, "Hey, I can help you guys with that."
Oh yeah, Asher, yeah. Shout out to the White Devil.
Yeah. So get that going at some point. That'd be fun.
Woo! We getting the super chats today, man. Charlie and DCC in the same room. I must be in the right multiverse. Thanks, Juan.
We made it one day.
What?
No, there is probably like an alternate universe out there where we just never meet. That's probably like where our business is like the richest. It's like you guys became like
they weren't distracting each other and shit.
Quadrillion billionaires.
Yeah.
And you never met, but you only became. I don't know. Just playing around.
Let's see, no Tokyo background. That's there's Asher there. So I guess maybe we should start Moongang a little bit. I mean, obviously, hey, shout out to you, man. Hey, in person, baby.
Yeah.
And let's see the wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this has been like a raw. I didn't know this was like a gag or something, but like people have been telling me they've been thinking like you're like Professor X. And I've never seen Charlie stand before. I was like, what?
There's a few episodes where me and John went around Tokyo live streaming from our phone.
Really?
Yeah. That was a while back though.
Oh, okay.
That was a good time.
Heck yeah, man. I guess they're a lot more polite. You can do that sort of stuff. I mean, I would never do that shit in New York ever. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, in Tokyo, you could just kind of go around doing it. It's good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you want to answer more like chat questions about like where our plans here in Vegas are, or like you want to just get into the show a little bit.
We can go into whatever, but I mean, today's episode, literally for the market, you're just gonna have to kind of let me know what I missed over like the last 3 days,
sir.
And then,
Charlie chose 3 hell of days to disappear
to miss the market. But so you just filled me in on the market. Then I guess I'll just make comments and look up extra data to kind of fill in the gaps.
Right. So basically, CZ versus FTX. So,
and I think when I left, it was Bitcoin was probably like 20,300. Now it's 20,900. Oh my god.
Actually, in between those days, it actually hit 21.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was 21 just for a bit, and I was like, wow. So it's looking pretty strong. But this is the first kind of. So obviously earlier we had that whole sort of thing where we had Voyager go down, we had Celsius go down, we had Luna go down. It was Luna, Voyager, then Celsius. If I remember right.
Quite a cascade of
liquidations. Yeah. Oh, and then like Harry Ye and then Phantom King getting liquidated on Phantom and stuff, and then on Scream and stuff, which took Phantom seriously down as well.
Right.
So a lot of the over leveraging on the entire market pretty much got kind of cleared away for the most part. There's always kind of a reset and like hundreds of millions of dollars get back, but the crazy leverage kind of went away. The crazy stuff. Now what's going on is there's whispers now. I'm not even whispers. So there have been like a whisper over the last 3 days that like FTX was insolvent or something, and everyone was like, "Man, that's bullshit." Yeah,
that would be my initial reaction. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no, it sounds crazy because they have a successful company. The exchange is very popular. They have, just off the exchange alone.
Sam Bankman-Fried was buying doing acquisitions of various companies.
Right, with Voyager, right? Yeah, they were going to buy Voyager, if I remember right. And,
well, they bought a few different ones. I forget which ones, but
yeah, they bought quite a few little players and stuff. Actually, one funny thing about the acquisition on Voyager was that CZ kind of made it sound like, no, like all the best deals come to me first. I'll just give you the scraps.
Yeah.
And he said it in a nice way. We're like, oh yeah, we looked over it, so we passed on it and stuff. But so you can FTX can have it.
Yeah.
And they're like, ooh, everyone's like, ooh.
Yes. See, I mean, Binance is King Kong,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they win this. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're way more capitalized. Though I will say this though about Binance is they just like everyone was pretty caught off guard with the 100K BTC thing. So because 100K never happened, even CZ probably didn't hold on to as much cash as he wanted, but he still had. I think what he say for every dollar, they basically had like a 50% like savings rate is what they did. So every dollar they made in, half of it got put away into savings, the other half they used it to invest out throughout the company and stuff. So they still had a very large amount of capital, at Binance and stuff. And they were able to buy.
They were still hiring out like something like from February until the end of this year, like 8,000.
Oh yeah,
they still had. So
yeah,
they have plenty of money to throw around.
And then I forgot who else said that too. There was what's his name? Oh, KuCoin. KuCoin was supposedly saying like.
I was trying to get this thing to like
to lock.
Yeah. But like, I guess I'll just
lean back like a cholo.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to sit up or whatever. But anyways, keep going.
Oh, okay. So then at the same time, then KuCoin also said the same thing, saying that like, and I think this is one of the things that possibly could have saved KuCoin.
Yeah.
Is that they also postured and say like, so
KuCoin didn't go insolvent, did they?
No, they had. Well, there's been.
Look,
there's rumors that everybody's insolvent, bro. Everyone's insolvent, you guys. Charlie and Miguel are insolvent. Look at this.
We had to sell the Pepe clock. Oh my god. Oh
fuck! I shouldn't have to wear a Rolex today. Like the Rolex is gone, you guys.
Oh my god. Yeah. Thank
Everyone's insolvent.
Thank God, dude. You know what I didn't know?
What?
Like when you go through the airport, I thought surely you'd have to take off the Rolex or something like that.
Oh no, they don't make you do that.
No, you just walk through the fucking thing and everything.
Yeah. It's kind of a flex. You're like, they always scan you and stuff, but like they make you take out your shoes, dude. That's one thing that really pissed me off about the airport is like fucking people are nasty. How do you go to the airport with no socks?
I know, dude.
And then have to take your
Dude, I saw people wearing pajamas in the airport. I was like, what is wrong with you? What's the thing for Full Metal Jacket? He's like, what do you got? A major malfunction? Like, what's your major malfunction? Pile, right? I forgot the fucking guy's name, but yeah.
That's right. Miguel had a nice studio. It's gone already. Miguel's insolvent, everybody. They're in a cardboard box with a clock.
The river band.
Oh,
down
my God.
by the river.
Yeah.
Man.
Booty Trap by the river, man. That's so funny.
Oh, that is pretty funny.
No, shout out to Fresh actually for that. He took me to Booty Trap by the river, and like I literally heard that on the Drake album. So he took me to some famous club apparently. Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, not my taste honestly. A little too much of like fake booty, basically. Yeah.
Hey man, whatever makes the world go round.
Right. But where did I leave off? I was like, it was like okay, going back to crypto. Right. So basically, KuCoin kind of postured. So there had been actually Richard even told, like Richard was kind of like, I asked him and stuff like, what do you think about this exchange right now in terms of just like, he's like, I've heard. He's like, he said like he heard stuff. Yeah. So I was like, okay. And so I mean, obviously we've told our people forever, like basically don't like. You're in and out. You use an exchange. You throw your capital in there. Buy the coin you need. Get it back in your wallet. Yeah. Right. That's anyone who didn't caught off guard with this FTX thing, like, and we'll talk about the FTX thing because a significant amount of capital has left FTX. Yeah. Now
and we'll show data to back this up. It's not just
like out of our ass. Yeah. It's just not out of our ass and stuff. But the data from FTX and stuff like that is from FTX. The global exchange, there's no US data yet. So the FTX USA, the data's not out basically. But I would guess it's probably insolvent.
Called it. There we go. It's like of all the exchanges in crypto, what one would the crypto native people on Twitter get the most excited about? Yeah. I mean, FTX is easy to shit on. People dance all over the FTX grave, no problem. Like it's almost not even that big of a fun event. It's actually like, oh yeah, we got rid of Wall Street. Let's keep going. Perfect. Like.
All right. So the KuCoin thing, right? So then they postured and said, hey, we're hiring 2,000 people. ourselves as well. And then I think that was the thing that saved KuCoin. In retrospect, if I'm really looking, because I know
so far,
yeah, because basically that exchange, as well as every other exchange had a lot of exposure. I forgot how much money CZ lost from Binance. He must have lost a couple $1 billion in losses just from the Luna crash.
Yeah, losses, right? Like that's an opportunity cost thing for CZ, just as much as it is for anybody who is like doing proper risk management. The only thing that Binance is doing is risk management at like a freaking massive scale.
Right.
So when they make that type of loss, they're just like, all right, keep moving forward with this fake magic internet money. Anyways, like, that magic internet money just disappeared. All right, well, we can figure that out.
Yeah. There's something that's really funny is like, I just saw recently, like, most hedge funds are down a lot right now.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Yeah. Well, so you're saying like, I think you're saying the statistic of like most of what was it? It's like most cryptos down like 90-95%. Most of these hedge funds are down like 45%. So most of them are doing like half as
bad as the market. Yeah.
I guess that is
hedged. That is hedged.
It's not terrible.
But that was an index of funds.
Yeah.
But I think it's crypto related. If it's not crypto related funds, oof.
Yeah. Well, right.
Oof.
Yeah. I was like, how much leverage is they going on? Jesus Christ.
A lot. A lot. And so, right now there's just reports coming out. Damn, I need police reports. I'll probably try to link them later. But there's reports right now that Bitcoin's more stable than the S&P 500. We're less volatile than the S&P 500.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's relative metrics that you can look at. I would say the Great British Pound is probably the most volatile asset in the world right now.
Shout out George Soros.
So yeah, welcome to the 2020s, the decade of roller coasters and fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wild decade. We're kind of like crypto native people are kind of bred for like the ridiculousness that the world's about to enter.
Yeah. Like everything's pretty.
We got the memes. Yeah. We got the volatility already. We just strap in and we have a good time. Everybody else is freaking out.
Right. This volatility is pretty normal. The only thing that ever took me off guard was basically that there was like that one. It was like a black week or 2 black weeks in crypto where it was just like every day was just bad news. Every day it was like incredible. It was like the Luna stuff started happening. So it's like the Luna thing started
basically May.
Yeah. Then whatever happened in May, like, geez,
I think what was her name again? The Moon Cycles girl.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was her.
Yeah.
On her channel, on her channel, she said something about the moon.
Something with an M.
And so like, Marin. Yeah. She must have done some shit with the moon cycles. That's why that happened. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
pretty sure that's how it works.
People have been saying, "Yo, she's been accurate though." I wouldn't be surprised. There was this whole scandal back in the '80s about like, what's it called, President. I almost said Eisenhower. Oh my God. President Reagan, yeah, and stuff. And his wife was calling in like his telephone fucking like tarot readers,
like Miss Cleo.
Yeah, Miss Cleo and stuff. And then apparently like there was this whole scandal where they're saying, are you guys taking like advice from this lady to like for national security? And like it became like this little scandal. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, 8 cents an hour.
Yeah, a second basically. But
that's pretty wild stuff going on in crypto. So, what do you, when you hear all of this shit, right?
Right.
Like, what are the first things that you kind of come up with in your mind in terms of what you think is most likely to happen? Let's say of somewhat of a major lasting impact between now and let's say the early part of next year. Like, is the FTX going bankrupt? Alameda Capitals,
right,
going down. Finances.
So if I remember right.
This is all because FTX tried to make a stable coin, right?
Right.
They're just like, you don't try to make a stable coin.
Well, so all right, so you just jogged my memory a little bit actually. So it actually initially started. The first reports I heard was Alameda Research was insolvent initially. Mm-hmm. Now it's FTX might be insolvent, right? And that was just basically from heavy trading losses. Because when I initially saw that, I didn't believe it at all because I was like, FTX is super profitable. Right. They're hyper profitable, right? And on top of that, anyone who's longing and shorting on their platform, they know where to like. If you ever need money, just hit the algo button, right?
Yeah.
And just take them down. But if this is not a hologram, guys. fuck. no, but
oh, I should.
Yeah.
No.
But once all that stuff sort of happened, right? So the thing that really like gave this real like credence, like this might actually be real, is when CZ and all these reports started coming out that basically I think the third or fourth largest in total donations to like political organizations was Sam Bankman-Fried, and then
it's over $300 million now.
Yeah,
it was $250 million to the Biden administration before the 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and then I think he just recently did something like 50 to 75 million towards the Democrats in like northwestern United States.
Yeah,
Oregon and Washington or something.
Let me see if I have. I mean, I literally have the numbers here on my phone, actually. Yeah, I'll try to put it up. So, Sam Bankman-Fried has total, $39 million. Yeah, for $200,000 for Republicans and $201,000 to Republicans and $37,725,000.
You got to be fair
to the Democrats.
You got to be fair, you know. Just
that is wild. And then, this risk, this shit is crazy, guys. Look at this. Look at this right here. George Soros, $128 million.
Yeah.
Yikes! Look at Peter Thiel with the $30 million. That's just to get subsidies on. That's just to get subsidies, right? But basically, like, it's not a problem that he did that. But here's the problem: is that CZ ended up finding out that he specifically. So Sam basically put things in place to cut out Binance from the United States.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the real reason. That's the real reason. What's going on and stuff.
Slap him up, CZ. Jesus.
So Sam basically was trying to cut everyone out except I think Coinbase.
Yeah.
That was the only other one. And they cut Binance out. And he was like, oh, really, motherfucker? Really? Wow.
I oughta.
Yeah. And this brings us to our first little thing right here, right? I mean, of this little tapestry drama that we're getting right now in the market. Let me find it. Yeah. Share the screen real quick. And okay, here's CZ right here, basically saying he's going to start liquidating. Let me go full screen on this. So CZ is liquidating our FTT just post-exit management risk, learning from Luna. We gave support before, but we don't pretend to make love after divorce. Damn. We are not against anyone.
Basically, what he's saying there is they're going to do this move, no loop.
No loop, yeah. But we don't support people who lobby against other industry players behind their backs onwards.
Yeah.
Yo.
I like this.
What did we just say right now? Damn. That is wild.
You've made an enemy forever.
CZ be like, teleport behind you, nothing personal, kid.
Oh, I love it.
But basically, that's what he's saying is like, he literally said it himself. He's basically saying that like Sam lobbied behind their backs.
Yeah, clearly.
To basically cut them out of the market.
Yeah.
And CZ's like, oh no, kid. And so a part of the deal, so CZ used to own a piece of FTX back in the day, right? A pretty sizable portion of it. And the deal was that it was going to be $2.2 billion, right? So he received, I think, about $1 billion in Tether and about the other half in FTT tokens.
Right.
And he's actually said that they should, by middle of July, be completely sold out of it. So they're going to try to sell without hurting the price. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But they're going to sell a good portion of the coins and stuff to get rid of that. And then CZ will no longer hold FTT. And I'm guessing he's going to delist all the pegs on top of that as well.
Yeah.
From Binance. So by June or the middle of next year, Binance versus FTX is full on effect now.
I love it.
That is crazy.
Where's the bell when you need it? Just
right.
Game on.
Sheesh.
But here's the thing: is like,
here it is, like right.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? It's like I'm trying to think of who to compare it to here, but it's like Sam Bankman-Fried is like Joffrey on Game of Thrones.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So I'm trying to wonder who we're gonna put CZ as in this one. So like, is he like Ned Stark? But he's not like that. Like
no,
he's not that benevolent, you know.
No. I mean, he's Tyrion Lannister and stuff. Because he's like, what's it called? Tyrion slaps him up a bunch of times in the show.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The relationship. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
But look at this right here. As a part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly $2.1 billion equivalent in cash, BUSDC, and FTT. Due to recent revelations that came to light, we've decided to liquidate any remaining FTT in our books.
Damn.
Now, I'm not going to say a certain group, but now this is whispers I've heard, because we're not talking Game of Thrones right now, and we're Littlefinger and Barry's here, the masters of whispers here. What we've heard is that there's been certain other like crypto groups where they've been completely relying on FTX, and right now are like scrambling to get all their money out of FTX and into Binance. So
the other interesting little data point from all this type of information is essentially. CZ was able to get about half $500 million into the Twitter deal to help Elon Musk acquire Twitter. And Sam Bankman-Fried tried to give Elon Musk $500 million and he rejected it. And so I was like, oh shit, like Elon's getting in on this too, and he's siding with CZ. So I mean, the guns are all in CZ's camp.
Yo, CZ don't miss, bro. CZ, we've been saying this for years. The only mistake CZ's ever made, and this may not even have been a mistake if you really think about it, was he actually had the first ever working DEX.
Yes.
In crypto, 2018, he decided he scrapped it.
Yeah.
Probably for legal issues.
I was gonna say more regulation than anything for sure. He's like, hey, let's let this no name Uniswap go and do this thing, because otherwise we'll just
bro, you guys, oh my god, I'm about to show you, like, should I do it?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you can shit on CZ all you want for having a centralized army in a decentralized world of crypto, but at the same time, I mean, he hasn't been doing it wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
in general.
In general, yeah.
I mean, you can't, you're gonna have collateral damage along the way. It just is what
That's
it
right.
is.
The wall is undefeated. So, basically, going to liquidate the rest. We will try to do so in a way that minimizes market impact due to market conditions, limits to quantity, liquidity. We expect this to take a few months to complete. Okay. We typically hold our tokens for the long term, which is true, and we've held on to this token for we stay transparent in our actions. Long-term capital gains is what he's saying. So he's dumping it, man. You don't mind asking me, if the tokens weren't locked, why did you wait this long to sell them? Issue with FTX or liquidity providing? Not locked, usually just hold. Removes any doubt that we would attack the competitor. Not financially insensible. We want the industry to grow together, but there's a limit to holding. I got my money on CZ.
Oh, I got all my money on CZ. Are you kidding me?
Who win in a fight? Oh, hell no, man. And then he's like, man, I was not in shape back then. Yo, damn, son. All right, you guys, chat. I want you guys. All right, type 1 for CZ if you think he'll win the fight, or type 2 if you think Sam's got it.
Oh, I mean, is it even a question?
I just want to see the chat. I don't know. Maybe the chat might think different. I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, love it. You get to throw some up from the stream.
Sheesh. Damn. All day, son. All day. CZ can go all 12 rounds now.
I love it.
The C in CZ stands for Chad. The battle of autism. Solid, you got it. Oh, damn. The Muay Thai design, like CZ's got that dog in him.
Well, I think I'm trying to think of another angle here for CZ, but I mean, CZ, he's the only difference, right? Is that CZ has the United States, like tepidly on lockdown,
right?
But it's like, why did Sam not go after Coinbase? Because Coinbase is already locked in with the United States government, and with large banks in the United States.
They've been in with Silvergate a long time already. Yeah, I think they may have been initially Silvergate's initial client, because Silvergate's like one of the main banks for the United States for crypto and stuff. Yeah, but I think you're right. But they're the oldest. They're basically the biggest, oldest exchange.
Right. Yeah. And and then CZ's like king of international money in crypto, but so he's kind of has a love-hate relationship with the United States. I mean, he's been working with the Feds clearly on a different few things in the background with like regulations and stuff. Yeah. But So Sam has that, kind of had that on lockdown a little bit. Right. But it's like one of those ones where it's like, Sam's like, I either have to attack now, right? Or sorry, I mean, maybe Binance is like, I have to attack now. Otherwise, you know, like they're going to just gain strength throughout the bull market. I mean, like I said before, this guy's trying to do a stable coin. All right, we're time to go after him.
It's time to take him out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the only chance in any portion of the market where if these types of companies are going to go after each other for whatever reason, I think here CZ is in the right because Sam basically started the fire, right? With everything that's going on in the what do you call it? Lobbying.
With the lobbying and stuff. Yeah. To the Democrats who are going to get red sweat. Like, damn, you chose bad, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you chose wrong for the last 2.5 years.
I mean, basically, all right, let me tell you this. All right, you got, like, they were playing roulette. He bet it all on blue. And it landed red.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say this real quick. Even we have a Republican sweep in the midterms, there's still going to be some anti-crypto stuff coming from them anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So it's
it's going to be a mixture. It's just going to be whatever favors them. So yeah, I mean, we had an interesting conversation on that a little bit prior to the stream.
Right.
Right. So I guess what was I think you were saying some things on that you wanted to kind of convey. I think we've talked about it before, but maybe not as overtly or something, but we were talking about basically the SEC and the CFTC.
Yeah. So basically, Gary Badman Gensler.
Oh yeah.
It looks like from what we're seeing right now that this is hearsay right here, but I've heard it from enough credible sources, and it was just not one source; it was multiple sources that within the government that basically the SEC is going to lose jurisdiction over crypto.
Right. Well, I think so. They usually have jurisdiction over securities.
Yes.
And the CFTC does over commodities.
Correct.
So, like, I think by what that rumor might be discussing essentially is Ethereum being labeled as a commodity, not a security.
Correct.
Right. And so if that does, well, I think the only thing Gensler's like clinging on to for Ethereum being a security is like, oh, it changed to proof of stake, so now it's under U.S. jurisdiction, like all sorts of bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, he's just bending over backwards trying to figure out some way that they can regulate it from there. But the CFTC, I mean, with commodities and with Bitcoin, just has a lot less reach, a lot less oversight. You know, it's a lot more of not a free market, but it's just more of a fair market for crypto, right? So, I mean, I hope to God Gensler gets like, you know, has to do like seppuku in front of like the entire, you know.
Okay. Well, regardless or not, even if the SEC stays in charge of crypto, I think Gensler loses his job.
Right.
That is very highly likely. Now they may replace him with someone else.
Well,
and they might be more moderate.
I was just gonna say, it's like these days in the political swamp, you try to replace it with somebody else. It's not going to get any better or worse. It's just going to be another retard.
Right. But it does show like, hey, this last guy got axed for this a little bit because he handled quite a lot of things kind of wrong, as well as this industry gets older and older, you make enemies.
Right.
And this industry hit a top of what was it, $3 trillion? Now we're at, I think we've just above $1 trillion, I think, right now. So on this next run, we could go 6 trillion possibly in terms of like where the market cap could go, or who knows where.
Let's go 10, baby.
And I'm with, man.
We got to go for gold.
I ain't fun, you guys.
Literally got to go for gold. 10 trillion market cap, baby. Gold, you're next.
Now, I think we'll pump off the news of him getting fired because everyone's like, yeah! Everyone's going to be super happy about that.
I think like if anybody in the government were to lose, well, not any, there's so many people in the government there to lose their jobs. People have parties, and this is definitely one of them.
Yeah. I mean, Black Label Xbox got it right, man. Internet rejoices if Gary loses.
Perfect.
But that's what we think is actually going to happen. Now, and I've heard it from enough sources that it's like, if it was just one person, I'd be like, oh, that's an interesting little fact. But like, it's still, that seems like a little bit of like a fanfic. But I've heard it from like quite a lot of different sources to the point where I'm like, okay, wow, this is and then on top of that, we're starting to see what we're going to see a Republican sweep more than likely, or they're looking at something like 20 seats changed and 2 seats in the Senate, which for you guys, like I am the Senate. But that's kind of what we're seeing right now with that market. So it's kind of nice. So, but regardless, not even if Ethereum's labeled a commodity and all of cryptos, because anything that's on Ethereum will be then considered a commodity because if the layer one is a commodity, then the smart contracts on top of that layer one are now commodities as well. Because
and to be honest, one of the books I've been listening to recently is just The Fourth Industrial Revolution by Klaus Schwab. And
I'm still reading that book because of what's his name, dude. I don't know, bro.
And so, I mean, it's interesting, right? So one of the things that they mentioned Bitcoin in the book.
Yeah.
Right. They mention central bank digital currencies. They mention tracking people. They mention all these different things, right?
Right.
This industry is, not going away, right? Essentially, if guys like that are looking at this area of space and being like, okay, like we got to think about this technology, right?
Right.
So it's just a matter of like, stuff that's built well and stuff that's not in this space. And so I think they see the potential, for example, of like your house deeds being sold, on smart contracts, essentially, kind of like in a trust.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? It was the one in Wyoming. Like, I think this house was sold in South Carolina recently, and the trust or the NFT was built on was like owned by an LLC in Wyoming. And like, so it was like that type of quote unquote innovation. Right? The governments want to use that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So they're not going to come in here and just stifle the industry with like ungodly amounts of regulation. They want.
Sleepy Joe said, "Watch me try." try me well. Sorry.
Well, I think he's sleepy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, have you seen that? They've been fact checking Biden on Twitter now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's not surprising, but like what I'm saying is essentially, they want a situation essentially where you can have, plenty of these innovations and stuff in the financial space, but in a way essentially that this industry can grow. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to kind of see how that plays out over a longer period of time. But I mean, man, I haven't looked at the charts here. I think in I think like a few days here. I wonder if I can flip over here to Bitcoin. You know this better than I do. Oh shit!
I'll do it right now.
Yeah. Well, like,
had to get some Monster Energy, you guys.
Sweet.
Woo.
Yeah. Well, Jesus, 2 dudes, 1 mic,
one
camera, 1 monitor. Jesus, I don't. How do you live?
I'm down bad right now, man. Crypto's pretty bad right now. Not JK. Let's see, where are you at? All right, here you go. Yeah.
All right. Jesus, I'm like working with an empty chart. I'm like, where do I even begin? But no, it's interesting, right? Like, the really simple way to look at the market right now is just like pull that across for the bottom, essentially, then pull that across. And that's really the only thing that's going to bring any volatility to the market is the breaking of this pattern.
So where would we have to crash to break that pattern right there?
I mean, just as soon as we get towards the apex of this pattern, one side is going to break or not, right?
Yeah.
And so, well, let's see here. A, B, C, D, E. Well, it's like, okay. So basically, if it hits the bottom side one more time, it should break out. If it fails, right? So here's a kind of a way to look at it in terms of how it would look. So if it's going to be positive, right, it would kind of come in and hit that line and then break out like that. Right. So that's how it would look if it was bullish, essentially. So that's something that I could see happening possibly. Right. But if it's going to break down, right, it could like go up like this and then break down. But once it starts losing that trend line, it'll try to regain it once, and then it will really start losing it, right? And then it could break down that way. So, but the funny thing here is in terms of time, right? So with the current 60-day cycle, I mean, we're already pretty late here. So it does seem very likely here that we have the low here. If we were to change it to essentially a line chart here, right? The actual low after, I mean, we had an actual closing low here, but that was in the first half of the 60-day cycle. So in terms of time, right, that would be day 14. So that wouldn't be the cycle low. So we would literally choose the lowest daily close here, which is very similar, all three of these, but we do actually have one here on day 43. I'd almost certainly say we're,
90% likely to be in the new 60-day cycle, because we have moved up here pretty good. I would think if we still wanted to be in that same 60-day cycle, we probably should have crashed down right here.
Right.
But we went up the last few days. So yeah, I was expecting that area to kind of not hold. I was hoping the few days that I was gone from the market, it would just crash, come back, and then get nice prices to buy. But
I mean, Charlie implemented Operation Nissan out of Japan and stuff like
that. There was a documentary on the plane of Operation Nissan. I was quite impressed. I mean, I've heard about it before and all that shit, but like,
did he escape in like some crate equipment?
It was like basically where you'd put an amp.
Oh, an amp. Okay, so it was like roadie equipment or whatever.
Yeah. But like, bro, like, yeah, it was pretty crazy knowing how the Japanese quote unquote justice system works. You know, I agree with, you know, what he had to do. It was kind of crazy, but like interesting shit.
All right. And he was like super famous in the auto industry for doing good shit, like forever, for a long time.
Well, yeah, he was just, I mean,
not Japanese enough.
Yeah, pretty much. Not Japanese, not French enough, actually. He's Brazilian.
Right.
And so like, well, he's Brazilian by birth. And I think he was Lebanese by descent. Mm-hmm. And then he grew up in France and then got sent to Nissan in Tokyo.
Right.
I think his first move in Tokyo was to like fire like 4,000 people. So you know, people don't really necessarily like it right away. You know,
that's actually quite a lot of jobs. Actually, holy shit.
Yeah, but I mean, he turned it around, ended up getting more people hired, so it was the right move. But it was one of those things where it's like, you know,
you don't fire people. Yeah.
Well, you can be a scapegoat and everywhere. And Japanese people tend to like. It's crazy when I was headhunting for like trying to get people out of like Sony, Fujitsu, Panasonic, Toshiba, these types of companies.
Right.
Panasonic was the hardest one to get people out of.
Really?
Yeah, because they always find a new job for somebody. So if you try to like snipe one of their like really good like skilled workers, like by the time you might get one of them.
Right.
I did. And then, but the other, by the time you try to go to all their colleagues in the department, all their other colleagues essentially already got a job within there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I would just say it's kind of interesting to see how that works. But anyways, yeah, Operation Nissan success. We could go on a whole show about that, but we won't. So yeah, if we do have a cycle high here within this pattern and we break down, you can see here that it would happen before day 30 of a new 60-day cycle. So that might essentially put us at like a day 16 high right here, or something like a day 24 high here coming up in a few days. And then if it does break down from there, then you pretty much have, again, the same type of boring ass cycle that we had the last one going in here to then December 19th, which would be perfect for the 4-year cycle. But I mean, look at this last 60-day cycle, right? It's just boring as hell. We got a day 6 high and then we just crashed and we went sideways here for about a month. And it seems like we're kind of playing out the same thing. We just kind of come up here, break down, just go sideways for a while, and then see if that trap door does finally break to the downside. Is kind of what we're doing here. Otherwise, you know, it's just another section of accumulation. So
a nothing burger, basically.
Yeah, it's yay, and then, you know, continue.
Now I do want to give one little caveat to this. Now I think we probably would have just kept crabbing too, but like the thing is as well, like there is a lot of, I think FTX is being stress tested right now in terms of how much money is exiting FTX right now, and this is the only real thing that I've seen that actually could take the market a little down now, because I was like, wow, there's open war, FTT is going down, and then there's actually a ton of money leaving FTX right now.
Right.
Like, so, I mean, you mind if I take the chart down for a minute?
Yeah, I was gonna show like.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No. I think you had another tweet there or something that showed like how much money was leaving.
Yeah, there's actually still quite a bit of money leaving it. So far in the last, I think, if not the last week, there's been $300 million that's left FTX global, not including the U.S. numbers.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a lot of money is left, and then so Alameda Research has had to like cash infuse FTX with money. So 300 million left and 250 million cash infused sent from Alameda Research into FTX, just because. So basically, there's been a small little run on the bank right now. Run! No. So obviously, you guys it's just better safe than sorry. If you do have any money on FTX, probably move it onto your wallet. I don't know why it's not in your wallet anyway. Yeah, I mean, obviously a small little amount.
Well, maybe you're holding some cash there.
Yeah,
you wanted to buy the dip on a limit order or something. Yeah,
right. Run from a burning building.
when you're in the middle of a fire and you just say run for the exits, it's like
yeah. So basically, this is. Oh yeah.
Are you sure you're sharing your screen?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
I'm very sure. Well, let me check. Yes, I'm very sure.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. But this is actually so this is kind of the tweet right here. So meanwhile, let me see, where is it? Okay. As of 15 minutes ago, $56 million have been from USDC from Circle, then deposited onto FTX within the last 24 hours. They've sent a total. So Circle, as well as Alameda Research, have sent $257 million into FTX to make sure they have liquidity.
Yeah.
Just because so a little bit more than $250 million has left. And meanwhile, stablecoin outflow from FTX is the largest amongst all exchanges in the last 7 days, down $300+ million, a balance of 2.61 million, excluding FTX US. So that's not including the FTX US numbers.
Yikes.
That's not good. And then latest from Ukraine.
Where's that like orangutan on life support?
Oh yeah, with the little like
you gotta have FTX on that one right now. Jesus. Because I think the daily trading volume in crypto is something like $2 to $6 billion.
Yeah.
Like this is a fairly good chunk of that just in one shot.
Yeah, this is quite a lot of money that's left 7 days. Sheesh. Stablecoin exchange balances. So it's looking like what this is showing me right here is
down bad.
So a lot of people have also pulled money from KuCoin recently as well.
Oh yeah.
And that's mostly because I'm guessing they're like, oh shit, the market's about to crash bad.
Mm-hmm.
So they just want to be careful. So people are playing kind of loose and fast with KuCoin as well. Damn,
that's great. Get my couch cushion money. Let's go.
Yeah, BlockFi still has money.
Operation couch cushion money. Okay, so we got to go to FTX, KuCoin, Crypto.com, BlockFi, Binance US, Gate.io.
All right,
I never had an account.
And you leave Kyber alone, okay? Kyber is just limp. No, Deribit. This is an exchange right here. I'm surprised Deribit, because Deribit's supposed to be the biggest. Wasn't that run by who was that run by?
They got good leverage and options trading, but that's about it.
That's about it. But Deribit was run by what? Three Arrows Capital.
What? Where is it?
Yeah, I think they were. It was. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How come they didn't get affected during that?
Maybe separate entities or something like that, and they had autonomy. I'm guessing that's what happened.
Fair enough.
But damn, I didn't think Deribit was still around. Holy crap! Yeah.
Was there a second portion of this tweet? I mean, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, there's more information. There's more information right now.
And there's more.
And there's more. Adding less out. So this is about 2 hours ago. They added another 55 million. Yeah. So this right here was, let's see what this 420. God damn it. 420. So right now it's 8 o'clock at night. So this was about almost 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago, that was the numbers.
Hot off the press. 2
hours ago, another $55 million was just sent. The last hour, wow. FTT. Yeah, so a lot of money is leaving. Left to see more threads. See if there's any more. Oh, that's pretty funny. That's a good Pepe picture. I like that Pepe picture. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. And then we had some really funny, tweets that I saw about this whole sort of debacle that's going on. You had Kobe, right? Kobe from Up Only, right? Yeah. Said, can someone please tell CZ that Alameda all in short is with a liquidation price of $2,800? So for people who can't understand what he's saying right here, he says, yo, CZ, can you pump the price of Ethereum to $2,800 and you liquidate Alameda?
And even if Alameda doesn't really have that short, I mean, we'll all rejoice.
Right.
I love it.
Oh, that's not great. People are reporting that FTX withdrawals are not being processed.
Well, it sounds like KuCoin. Coinbase. Sounds similar. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we have some of those, but they still stay solvent for a while. I mean,
right.
I mean, man, just looking at all these fuckers in crypto, Mashinsky's still trying to weasel his way out of shit right now. If you get Sam Bankman-Fried in the same situation, I'm sure he's gonna, call upon all of his Democrat paid sponsorship trolls that kind of help him get out of the situation. He's got to bring up Nancy Pelosi, world's greatest trader. Did
her husband get beat up recently?
Yeah, dude, something crazy. I just saw it on the news very quickly. I think I was like waking up from a nap or something, and I was like, I thought I was just dreaming this shit. I was like, is this real? Like Nancy Pelosi's husband gets fucking his ass
like
beat.
just like
Damn.
well straightened my ass.
He's like, damn, bro, you've been doing too much inside trading. Fucking karma's coming back for your ass.
He's like, you know the guy you shorted? That was me.
Something like that. So,
damn, that's wild, man. Like, and so I mean, Kobe said something else. Like, just tell him that they hedged their Oxy, FIDA. I own none of these, nor do I own these pretty bad bags. By shorting them on Ethereum, if Ethereum goes up, those bags go down, and then they will have to blow up dramatically, and FTT will be legal in all territories except the Bahamas.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, there was some tweet a while back of Sam Bankman-Fried meeting the president of the Bahamas. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, it's Dev tried to warn us about FTX. Whose middle name is the bank? Wait, what? I gotta play this. Hold up.
You gotta share a sound.
I gotta share sound on this. Wait, hold up.
Oh man. You gotta go back to the beginning.
Yeah, I'll go back to the beginning.
Well, looks like a winner here.
Hey.
How can you support the guy whose middle name is Bank? You see what's going on? He wants to OTC-fy the entire industry. That's why I made BBI, to prevent massive centralized corporate takeovers. This is what I think of the bank man.
This can't be real.
All right.
For a minute, I felt bad for the guy because maybe he was like actually trying to make a good point. He just doesn't know what he's doing right, and then he's like, oh no, he's showing the shit coin.
Well, what was I gonna say? There's
I love it.
This is reminding me of something, but more reminding me of idiocracy than
Yeah.
anything.
Bro, I just love it that she's showing you like he's watching gambling on YouTube.
You're gonna get your free spins on some Facebook game.
Oh my god, the Bro 2, he's got a skateboard, a lot of man.
Nice.
This is beautiful, man. This is you guys like this is what we get. This is what you come to the Moon Gang for, you guys. This is the gold right here. I'm gonna like this.
Straight from crypto Twitter.
I'll retweet this for you guys. You guys want to check that out?
Hell yeah.
But so that's one funny thing with Kobe. And the last thing was a crypto cred, which is he's an OG in crypto, right? He had a really funny little take on this, right? FTT nukes Alameda insolvency rumors. FTT bounces on Caroline's clarification tweet. FTT nukes again on Binance selling their holdings. FTT bounces again off Caroline saying they'll buy it all back. It's Sunday. Welcome to crypto.
Yeah, well, this tweet was perfect for the fact that I've been out of the market for 3 days, and then I come back and I'm just like, yeah, fucking, this is crypto. What a weekend. So, but yeah, part of me is like when the other markets are just kind of taking a pause, it's like the weekend is crypto's time to just get up to some fuck shit.
Yeah, we're really gonna see what happens tomorrow. So as soon as so right now, obviously, I mean, crypto is 24/7, right?
Yeah.
But we are kind of hitched a little like this with the equities market. Right. So we're gonna have to see what happens if there's gonna be a breakdown. If there's gonna be a breakdown or maybe a move up, it's gonna happen tomorrow on Monday, pretty much. So we'll have to see what happens.
And what day is today? The 6th?
The 6th.
So by the middle of the week we'll have the elections going, and then let the volatility commence again.
Right. I mean, I'm shocked the market isn't already crashing already because it's all right. I'm not saying anything crazy here, right? But Nancy Pelosi is the greatest. No. But all jokes aside, I mean, if I'm making no presumptions here, I mean, the market should probably be going down, and the White House has been trying to change the parameters of what you call a recession.
Right.
We are in a recession.
Well, they're going to change the parameters like we were showing of the CPI numbers.
Oh,
next year, anyways.
Yeah, I was talking about that on my Fed stream. Yeah, they're changing it from a 2-year average to a 1-year average.
Yeah.
But you know what that happens? So, okay. Conspiracy theory time. This is really cool having Charlie here now.
You didn't provide tinfoil hats? I'm disappointed, Miguel.
Sir, wait. All right, let me just put my Pepe. wait, wrong side.
Where's your holy water when we need it?
Yeah. So this is me and Charlie defending the.
We get one Pepe on there. Yeah.
Another one. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll give this one to you.
All right. Sweet.
I'll rock the Pepe.
I like it. I like it. These are some dope ass Pepe stickers.
Yeah, man. Shit. Put it on your laptop. Shit. Like I got more Pepe stuff, dude. You guys.
I like it.
So the merch line's being milled right now. It's gonna have a little Pepe copter right here.
What, like have those ones that are cut out.
Oh, no. Charlie, God damn it, bro.
Just saying.
That's horrible.
But yeah.
Just walking out later and it's just full nips out.
I was gonna say, Hedron's making some moves, discounts looming. Looking interesting, but we don't have, there's not a million years to talk about everything, but I don't know. I think this week's going to be interesting. It's going to be kind of like things are up in the air a little bit, kind of weak, and then after that things start settling in. The market in general.
Right. I mean, as soon as because I think the elections are pretty much over in the next 5 days or so.
Yeah, in the middle of this week.
The middle of this week and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised that then the Democrats kind of like say that we're in a recession finally after the midterms.
I think there was even positive GDP like that they were speculating on this one quarter. So it was like 2 negatives in a row, which is a recession, but then like the third one's a positive. So but I mean, I'm pretty sure next year is just going to be the year of disinformation.
Right.
I
mean, you know why it's a year of disinformation? Because now the Democrats are fucking bitching and crying about that now Twitter's disinformation. In order to have free speech, you need censor speech. What?
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm going to say. It's just like 2023 is probably just going to be the most ridiculous year ever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so, okay, if you don't want to believe in reality, it's literally going to be the Matrix. Just like, here's the red pill, here's the blue pill. Okay, you want to live and even the reality where the steak is supposed to be, fucking perfect.
Yeah.
It's shit. So like it's a mixture between the Matrix, Idiocracy, 1984. Like what else are we gonna mix in here just for fun?
That's a lot, dude. I mean, Red Dawn. But
oh yeah, you gotta mix in some sprinkle in some nuclear weapons in there.
Mad Max, a little Mad Max in there. The Terror.
Well, it depends if you're in Europe. Yes, it's Mad Max European version.
Hey, you guys, I'm going on record right now, you guys. If you're in Germany, Romania, any state near the Soviet bloc, take your ass to Spain. Like my boy Sterling out there just clapping Spanish girls. Shout out to Sterling, man. Sterling Cooper's a G brand. Shout out to Jay Waller as well. But like Sterling's just killing the Spanish girls. He's out there just killing it.
You can have your yacht, right there on the Sea of Portugal, and
right.
If you need to make an escape somewhere, yes.
Yeah, even though Portugal's doing some kind of like not fuck shit, but like they're doing some stuff that I wouldn't really like. So they're finally starting to like. They've been hinting for the last year. They wanted to like tax crypto, and they got a lot of pushback. So like, but this next year, if the United States leads into like some crypto regulation, every other country around the world is going to follow. It's going to follow, right? Yeah. So more than likely, you guys, just FYI, we're probably going to get hinting somewhere in the first quarter of a draft of some crypto regulation.
Yeah.
Whether Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter if all the Democrats win, the demon crafts win, we're gonna get something like pretty bad. If the Republicans win, we're still gonna get something like that'll be considered bad. It's
like so you get the choice between bad and worse.
Yeah,
that was great. That was wonderful. So, congratulations.
Right. So between those two, right? Well, right now, we basically don't have much regulation, so any regulation is going to be considered negative, bad, right? So when that does happen, it's going to be like a jerk reaction, holy crap, and then what happens with bills is over the next 6 months, they get kind of whittled down.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be like a soft landing, basically. Yeah. But still, some regulation is going to happen.
Yeah, it's inevitable. But the thing that, I think, Raoul Paul and what's his name? Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, they talk about a lot is like, I mean, it's true. I mean, they're like, I know. But the one thing that they're right about, right, is that there's some clarification on regulation is going to make, it's going to be bullish, right?
Bigger money will get in,
right?
Stuff like that.
And I think the most bullish news, it's not even an ETF in 2023. The most bullish news in 2023 is that Ethereum is not a security, right? If that's the case, that's better than getting an ETF. Way better.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, yeah, no, they're right. Look, Mr. Wonderful. Damn it, I hate saying that out loud.
I mean, I want to say Kevin O'Leary because I forgot his other name. Or I never want to call him that.
Yeah,
but,
Mr. Wonderful. Like,
have you ever seen him talk crypto on like Meet Kevin or whatever? It's like watching, I don't know, it's like a slow train wreck. You know? It's like two people have no fucking idea what they're talking about. You know? I
mean, just look how Mr. Wonderful operates with. Now everyone's like, that's business. Well, I think there's better ways to do business, personally, right? But like the way he does business on shows like Shark Tank and stuff, and even the other sharks in Shark Tank, kind of like, yo, like it's kind of like the running joke that like, yo, don't do the deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Basically with Kevin O'Leary and stuff, because the way he does the deals is, all right, you know what? Keep your equity. It's cool. What I'll do is I'll lend you $200,000 and you pay me 50 cents off every candy bar you sell.
Yeah.
Into perpetuity. And then and they're like, done deal. And he used to get away with it in the beginning of the show because people didn't know the deals. Yeah. Now enough people have watched the shows and we're like, yo, fuck that shit.
Well, yeah. Well, if we wanted to go into that show, I mean,
I would do it just for fun.
The amount of money people go to Bravo for is quite astounding.
Yeah.
I'll say that much.
GT3 is like, what the fuck? We go and Charlie in the same room?
One thing we haven't talked about here, which I think is worth talking about, is something that's coming up here on not December, Jesus Christ, my jet lag is still getting me. Something is coming up here on November 18th. I think there's a website for it. Can't quite remember which website you need to go to. I think it's www.crypto. You might want to type it in here. Just crypto, CRYPTO, mindset.
Man. Are
you serious? I thought you.
Fuck out of here, bro. I was like, seriously, you're like, what website are you talking about? Crypto? I was like, I thought you were gonna check some statistics sites.
I thought you were actually.
Charlie, you son of a fucking bitch, bro. What?
I can't believe you.
Bro, I fell for that bit, bro. Like, wow.
That's pretty funny, actually.
I was like, all right, I'll type it in. Let's go and stuff. And I got the.
I thought you were just playing along.
No. I was like seriously lost. I was like, all right, whoa, okay, let's pull up some stuff. Son of a bitch.
I got some entertainment out of that.
Yeah, and the rest of the crew. Jokes on Miguel. But there you go, man. Let me put this in the chat. Yeah, guys, sign up November 18th. Crypto Mindset goes live. Please leave your email. Oh, you can
scroll all the way down. Yeah.
Oh, right here?
All the way down.
All the way down. Oh, okay.
So you can see December 18th.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go. It's decision time, you guys. Yeah, please leave your email in the description box. All right, and all the links will be in the description box later on and stuff like that. But Crypto Mindset's going live November 18th. If you leave your email here, you'll get a notification at midnight when it goes live, and you're only gonna be able to get into Crypto Mindset Q4 for 5 days. So from the 18th to the 22nd at midnight Pacific Standard Time, it ends, you guys. Today, Junior.
I still am baffled that I put in like CRYPTO and you still didn't.
Yeah, I was like, why are you spelling crypto? You can't spell crypto that cry.
True, that is true.
Charlie, I'm very hurt really like over this. This hurts me a little bit. Like you play this joke on me.
It just wasn't intentional.
No,
it just turned out hilarious. But no, I do think the one thing is just make sure to put your best email address in there, because there's always somebody who, they're ready for getting into the course as soon as the enrollment begins, but they don't remember when enrollment begins. They don't get the emails. They don't get to sign up on the list. We already have over 110 people who've never taken the Crypto Mindset course before. Sign up. It looks like we have a new person, allinonthedip@gmail.com. Signing up here today. So yeah, join the other 110 plus people who have never taken the Crypto Mindset course before, plus the other 9 to 10,000 plus people who've taken our services and everything in the past.
Yeah.
Join us. It's going to be a good time. And we're going to have, I would gander, close to 1,000 people in there having a great time. I kind of look at this course, I'll call it the Q4 and Q1, 2-for-1 generational buy opportunity, baby. Boom, let's go. Black Friday, baby. So, I mean, this is also, right, the discount. If you do pay in crypto, you get 15% discount. So it is $9.97. So if you pay in Bitcoin or Ethereum, then you'll get it for $850 basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty nice.
No, it's a nice deal. So if you get in the Citadel today, you will get $50 off the course and that 15% discount, which is really cool too as well.
Yeah.
And here's the cool thing: even if you were in the Citadel for a full year, right? and you decide like, let me try the course out. If you're in the Citadel for a full year, never tried a course, you get into the Citadel, you literally, it's $600 off.
Yep.
The course, and on top of that, 15% discount in crypto as well.
Yeah. You can double them up. Yeah, it's a good time. So no, we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna have a good time. We're over the next couple of weeks as we kind of get settled in here. I'm still kind of like I said at the beginning of the show, kind of all over the place right now.
Right.
Like my jet lag's still there and everything. But
can I answer one thing just in the chat?
No, you can't.
No, Ivan says, how can I claim our discount? So you guys, Liam recently put something in the he pinned a message inside of the Citadel, you guys. So make sure to sign that out, and that will get you your discount basically.
Right.
Once Crypto Mindset goes live. So that's how you do it. So make sure to check the pin message. Oh, you guys, always check the pin messages. Always, like, you should check is there a new pin message every single day?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, it's just a good habit to do it. Just do it once in the morning, one time when you go to sleep. It's a good, like, morning and night, and then you will always be informed, you guys. So Ivan, this was a great question. So then fill out that thing in the Citadel, and then that'll get you your discounts. So when everything goes live, you'll get your discount.
So you're pretty much telling me all I need to do is go and check pin messages, put in a little bit of information, I get some goddamn free money.
That's right.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
I like it. And with that free money or with that discount, I'm essentially getting more knowledge that's going to, if I can stick it out for the long term of the volatility of this market and the craziness that is crypto, then you're telling me that with that knowledge, I can then compound the other money that I have even more. So that's pretty good. I don't know. But hey, at the same time, there's a lot of people that just hear what they want to hear. They don't DYOR, don't do their own research.
Right.
They don't go and do that critical thinking bit. And for those people, I would say, yeah, it's definitely not the course for them. So yeah, definitely, you have to kind of have some introspection and understand, kind of where you're at in your crypto journey. It doesn't matter if you're new or old to crypto.
Right.
On this one, it more matters kind of your mentality towards the crypto market. I think you're still in that gambling mindset where you're like, hey, if I put it all on red, I could be a millionaire tomorrow. It's probably not the right solution for you, right? I would say, could that help you? We have turned people around within, about 15 to 20 flash webinars. And then they're speaking some sense by that last webinar.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you let them go out on their own for a few weeks and they revert back to the ape, the ape tendencies. Yeah, I mean, it's a solution. That's for sure. But whether you yield that solution properly is totally up to you.
No, definitely, man. I saw this really cool post, man. Is like, I'm not gonna say his name in here, but this was from the Citadel, man. He's like, I want to thank Charlie and Miguel and the Citadel. I'd like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. For the first time, I'm viewing $10,000 in my assets. When I started here, I had 1,000 total, and this is the first time I've ever seen this much money in any account of mine at the same time.
That's pretty dope. Take a screenshot of that one.
Oh, I did. I got it on screen. I'm gonna post this on Twitter later, guys. But I just want to protect the innocent. But like, but like, shout out to you, dude. Like that made me so happy. And then then of course I posted that meme, right? And then I said, he literally posted this. Non-stop working, but mostly notable moves when looking to the charts, continually taking out profits and putting profits back in when the price drops again. I made $1,700 in one day. I've been averaging a couple hundred every week.
Not bad.
Damn, DCAing has taught me how to quell the FOMO throughout, and overall has helped my profits.
Yeah,
there we go, man. That's it.
That's what I like to see. And that guy, I just remember about like a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
right. He was like asking questions in the chat. And I'm like, newbie McNuberson. It was just like, so now it's good to see that he's kind of, kind of getting at it there. That's the whole point. So awesome.
Now,
that's the power when we tell people to do their own research and they actually go out and do it, right? They can make some pretty good strides.
And we always teach best practices as well. I think a lot of crypto is basically you're thrown into the deep end of the pool and you're going to drown. For the most part. Now, a couple people still know how to float like a baby to the top a little bit. But
hey, you got to use your natural tendencies.
Right. So let me see. Do I have it? Okay, yeah. So Leroy Jenkins had where's the question right here? Do we know which day the first day of class will be? It will be after Thanksgiving. So probably the Friday after Thanksgiving. We don't want to start the courses during Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah.
Basically, we have on the website November 30th, 30th, which is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
If there's any like leeway with that, it's maybe 1 or 2 days pushed to the site, but somewhere around there. I would say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the 30th. Is it 31 days or 30th? 30 days in November. It'd be the 30th, 31st, and
30 days in November. So it would
probably be the 30th, the 1st, or the 2nd where we start. But we'll notify the people of that as soon as we get close to that date. But it should be the 30th, and then we'll be done by the middle of December, basically. So
yeah,
I would say December 18th would probably be the last day of webinars at latest, because we always have like a few days off that we might need to kind of
to
move around.
Move around, and that's mostly because we have a couple of guests here and there that are coming in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's also a reason why we did the course kind of the way we did it. We would have normally done the course actually a month ago, basically. We kind of lagged it out because we want to launch the course around this time in order to kind of help everyone along, because we're about to hit some turbulence.
Yeah,
I think in the market, some pretty bad turbulence.
So yeah, exactly. I think that's a good way to put it, is turbulence, just because. But it's like, can you accumulate during the turbulence?
Right.
As long as you can accumulate during the turbulence, and you're just like, it's like, are you the person who's like Peter Schiff and what's his name, Dan Pena? It's like, $50
billion man.
You start, going into that fetal position. The plane's gonna crash. It's all going to zero. Or you're the type of person who's like, making your plans, during that turbulence. And you're like, okay, we're going to be fine. This is all going to work out. I know how the system works. And then when you do get out, basically those guys are still like trying to figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, you're thriving,
Right.
Just don't be a bitch.
But I mean, we just did it there. So end of the fourth quarter and really into the first quarter. Yeah. So it's really well timed there. And then, that was on purpose, but as well as there's a reason why we kind of launched it around this time as well, from the 18th to the 22nd, as well as we obviously don't want the course to end when everyone's in Christmas time. Yeah. So
we'll be able to help everybody out from basically November through February.
Yep.
So that'd be a good chunk of time, and I do think probably most of the turbulence is going to be from the middle of November to the first week of January.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like probably some of the best generational buy opportunities. To me, it's kind of two scenarios. One, we're either crabbing, and I'll show it on my show maybe tomorrow.
Sure.
But like I had that accumulation box, I think on Bitcoin between $18,500 to about $23,000. I had an accumulation zone there.
Yeah.
And same with Ethereum, is about like 1,000 to like 1,900, something like that. I think we just basically either we scoop around in that zone, or we have that big drawdown into the middle of December to the beginning of January as like a 4-year cycle low.
Yeah.
So either opportunity, it's like either we got more time to accumulate at the current prices, or we break down. I mean, if we do go up, right, we break up to maybe like $23,000.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of this month, and then we break down in December. So I would say like most people who are getting into the course and everything, it's like, it's more about stacking dry powder, maybe making a few plays over the next couple of weeks, but more about stacking some dry powder, getting into the course, and then just getting ready for that generational buy opportunity. Whether that generational buy opportunity is already here and it's at $20,000 Bitcoin, $1,500 Ethereum,
right,
or it's, we do get that supermarket sweep sale that we get to go on with everybody. That'd be a good time. So either way, we still get generational buy opportunities. So,
this course is kind of quarter 4, quarter 1, really. Yeah.
2 for 1.
It's a 2 for 1, basically. Yeah. Just because, so we kind of sacrificed one course just in order to move it like that, in order to accommodate the most people during that time, because we really wanted to make sure you guys, this is a pretty special opportunity in the crypto space right now. I've had I said this on my show maybe a week or 2 ago, where I talked about dollar cost averaging to kind of stretch that muscle. I think I maybe said it on your stream as well. Is that people don't dollar cost average. And when I mean the dollar cost average, I don't mean that you're using a significant portion of your dry powder. I'm talking about you should have your dry powder. Half of the money that you're DCing into crypto should be going into USDC or Tether, if you want, whichever you stable coin.
You can have a mixture,
or a mixture, right? The other half should be still buying your favorite coins right now, because these are really decent prices. I mean, we did this whole thing. I think me and Charlie. I think it was on Moon. I think not MoonGang, but it was on your show with with a mic and stuff. We went down CoinGecko, and most coins were down 80 to 90%.
Yep.
Even in the top 10.
Yep.
So it's like, well, like it's just this area, like just it's a good place to start DCAing. And if we see weakness, right, we could, like the one thing that's worrying me is a little bit is like December we should get another raise hike. We should get another 75 basis points from the Fed.
Yeah.
That's gonna, I mean, so we're at 4% right now. We're going to 4.75.
You might get 100 if you get real lucky. Because going into a 4-year cycle potential low.
Yeah.
Right. Nuke the traditional markets. I like this, but I have a feeling for some reason, like, not saying the low is necessarily in crypto. I do think we can have that big, capitulation event. Yeah. I think we have the miners that might like kind of help Bitcoin get there. In terms of the miners starting to capitulate and stuff like that. So
there's a recent one going bankrupt, like $100 million.
Okay.
Going belly up, like just that was like a couple days ago.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, just starting of the cascade, I guess. But I don't know. I have this feeling that Bitcoin, like, if it was gonna break down to like 15K or below or whatever, like, its best shot was in October. I would say its second best shot is in December.
Yeah.
And after that, the next best shot is nuclear war. Like, I mean, in terms of like that's the only thing that's going to really, like, it's holding strong. The price is holding pretty strong. So, if we just like kind of accumulate in the same region of like basically $18,500 to $23,000 Bitcoin, and that area of Ethereum too, it's like, okay, great, but we'll kind of see how we get. And like, but if we do get that, I don't know, just anything below the recent low of 17,500 is almost such an obvious buy in crypto,
right? That
it's like, I mean, it seems like everybody in the market is already understanding that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen.
Not saying it can't go lower.
I'm seeing people starting to like toy with like even like what was it? Not Benjamin Cohen. What's his name? 4-year cycles guy, Bob Lucas.
Right.
Bob Lucas is now flirting with like 11K now.
Yeah.
He's starting to like. But even like, I mean, because I get me watch the video just because it was like I was getting blasted with it, like just like
just Twitter loves it.
And then I was like, all right, I capitulated. I watched one episode and stuff, and I've said why I don't watch these episodes sometimes, just because like you get influenced by it and stuff, right? And I wanted to make sure that like the thoughts I'm having are my own thoughts, but once in a while, and I heard his whole thesis on it. Yeah, it made sense to me. I mean, it made sense.
It is a thesis.
Yeah, it's a thesis, right? The 4-year cycle is over, right? It's about to end and stuff. Now, if we just see what's going on, if we get another hike raise in December, and then from there, a lot of people are probably going to wash trade a little bit their crypto, which means they're going to sell their crypto that they probably buy in January, February high, sell it, buy it back, and then lock in that loss to like lower their taxable income.
In
December. So that'll kind of hurt December. And then on top of that, if we finally, after like whatever shakes out within Congress, then if they do announce, so you need a couple of things to really cascade the price down. So I'm talking about a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
But at least there will be some wash trading, which is not great for the price, right? And they much rather like I sold at this price and it dropped lower, so I get more coins. Nice, right? And then they buy in, right? And so. And then that's excluding if hopefully FTX, but if FTX did actually like start liquidating itself, like that would be a cascading effect. That would,
right.
Yeah. So it's like,
if you got FTX, KuCoin, I mean, like,
that's the final washout right there.
Yeah. Dude, wouldn't that be crazy? Like the guy who was like after the last washout buying companies is like now the company that's being bought at the very end of the capitulation. I'd be like, like what a beautiful story. For this bear market. Yeah.
So it would have been like, damn, son, that would have been pretty. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But I mean, that if we did have that event, I mean, that would pretty much take us in that range of like 14 or so, or 11 maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think the miners, minor capitulation would have a lot more to do with it as well. So I mean, fun times on the horizon here in crypto. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good place to kind of round it off here today. But I think. There's a lot to think about, a lot of stuff happening, a lot of more volatility to come. So yeah, it's just kind of preparing, getting everything in order. And it's really just kind of sitting on the sidelines with a lot of cash and like, kind of like that one meme where you had Binance and FTX going at it. The rest of us over here just being You know, like, all right, let's watch this, and then we'll throw a dirty fiat at it once we get some good prices.
Right. Now, I want to say one thing. This is why me and Charlie originally, through all the courses, we never told people to quit their day jobs, or never, like, obviously, if you're making a transition into crypto, that's something different, and you're getting an actual job. But this is the powerful thing, and Charlie has talked about his past about, like, you know, he had to trade to live a little bit and stuff like that, and that even though he was able to do it successfully,
it's like survivor trading style.
Yeah. but then there's that whole side too. Is like you also there's a lot of people that it didn't work out for, and as well as you had a smaller stack than you should have.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
you could have had more.
Right. So yeah, definitely, you guys. Thank you guys for showing for Moon Gang. It's a special episode. Charlie Miguel live in person. We'll probably release a streaming schedule pretty soon and stuff, because we're going to adjust a lot of times and stuff like that, and we're still figuring out, like,
stuff. I mean, for hell, I got to get the laptop here. Got to get the base set up. Got to figure out all the studio time and all that stuff. I mean, like, start 2 dudes, 1 mic, starting again.
Yep. Yes, sold, capitulated, but not out.
There we go.
All right, with that, man, you guys later, you guys. Peace, and then we'll see you in a couple days. I for sure have a stream.
Yeah, I'll be coming back on my normal schedule as well. I'll figure out one way or another. Hell or high water, I'll be here on Tuesday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'll probably have Charlie on my channel at Tuesday at 7. Perfect. So my next stream is at Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 8 a.m. Eastern is like our 5 a.m. now. So yeah,
Charlie wants to wake up at 5 in the morning.
Probably change. Probably more like, I'm guessing like 1 p.m. Pacific, but that'd be like 4 or 5 p.m. I'll do that. That smooth jazz radio over the airways as people are driving home.
And the other guys ditching school. Well, with that, you guys, we'll catch you guys in a bit, and much more coming, dudes. Peace.
Later.